Plug in to our conversations with Mac and Opes. We got you. You plug. How do you know with Mac and Opes?
Good evening, friends. Welcome to the plug that keeps on plugging. We welcome you. We are excited to have you, and today is that day again where we continue to explore on that question: how do you know? How do you know if this person is the one? But maybe before we jump into that, let me introduce myself. For those who do not know me, so guys, we are so excited, and I'm with my friend here, Mac. Hi, Mac.
Thanks for plugging in.
Sure.
This evening, and thanks for joining us. It's always exciting to be with you and to be delving into these topics as we do it with fun, as much as they're serious, and we continue to emphasize that these are not prescriptive, but just descriptive, just showing our life journey, and perhaps it could be helpful to you, and we hope that it is. And please feel free to share your comments on the comment section and your questions, and please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to comment, and find us on our socials. I'll also drop the links on the description.
Oh, sure. So friends, with that being said, we continue on that question of how do you know if she's the one. Obviously, as Meg has already said, we are not here to be prescriptive. We just share our opinions. What works for you, it may not work for the next person, or what worked for us may not work for you. But we just hope to give guidelines for those who will want to use the advice to navigate this dating space. So we want to first recap on some of the questions that you guys have raised on our previous conversation when we did an intro. I think one of the persons said on the comment that Meg have made on we spoke about, Meg was speaking about if we the two of you need to be on the same path in terms of destiny, in terms of involvement, and one person made a comment on that. Do you want to respond to that, Meg?
Yeah, so the question was, do I really have to have the same passion with my partner? I can just support them, and not necessarily have to share the same passion. And I think it's important that the person that you're journeying on with shares the same passion. And I wouldn't put passion on a scale to say it should be equal to yours, but the burden that you carry, as like I said, for me in the ministry, that person needs to be passionate about souls, because what I'm thinking is, perhaps outside of marriage, you'll say, no, I'll be supportive, I don't have to share the same passion. But I think it's very different if you're in it in the ministry, and sometimes we like to say, okay, I'll give the money, but I need more than money. I need you. All of me wants all of you.
Oh, hey! So it's important to have that support. You don't necessarily have to entertain the same careers or whatever. That does not have. The most important thing is the vision. Are we heading to the same direction? Or are we pulling to the opposite side? Do we see each other at the same end as we journey together? And
because my Christian, my Christian my Christian subscription or my Christian perspective tells me that people are valuable, that they are worth. Everyone has intrinsic worth. And if you're not journeying on the same direction, you're going to be wondering, why is he giving so much time to these people? And sometimes it could cause conflict in the marriage and all that. But I just wanted to jump on that they don't necessarily have to stand up and preach every Sunday. That's not what I'm looking for in terms of passion. But it's somebody who is in the same direction and understands the vision and also can run with it.
Okay, sure. No, that's great. And I think the other one, I think you have explained that very, very well. And maybe you guys can share your opinion on that too. As we have said, this is not conclusive, this is not prescriptive. It's just our opinion. I think the other person spoke about how dating is still a taboo within the Christian space, but our challenge is, how do we even begin to say, how do you know if the person is the one if you have not dated? I know that we are from we subscribe to a Christian worldview, and some other people, even some other pastors, may disagree with our opinion, but I think, and I think that's the conversation that Meg and I have had, that dating is important, it's necessary. Of course, it differs. In an African worldview, in an African context, it's something else, that it should not be done in the public, or it should not be done at all. But that's not a general perspective. So we want to bring that across. But also, the other one that people have spoken about is the issue of the dreams and visions.
That was a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one. Yes. Because in my introduction I've said some people just say the Lord has showed me in your spirit, and other people were touched about that. So I think I need to respond to that. Look, I believe in the importance of prayer. I believe in the importance of prayer. Prayer is important when we want to know who God, when we want God to bring someone who will journey with us together to fulfill his mission, to fulfill his vision about the two of us. Prayer is very important. But sometimes I just feel like this the issue of dreams and visions has been abused so many times, and I'm not saying that is not true or that does not happen. God can do anything. God can speak to people differently in any way. But when we learn from the New Testament of how God has used the vision, it has always been a mutual. It has always been like both way, or most of the time has been both way. You will speak to Mary and you will speak to Joseph, confirm this the same. You will speak to Elizabeth, you will speak with Zachariah. You will speak with Paul, you will speak with Ananias about the same thing. So this one way thing of saying, sister, the Lord has showed me, or brother, the Lord has showed me, let him confirm if it's true. Let it. Let's not just take it light and say we're not dismissing the idea, but we are saying let it be mutual. If
that's the case.
If that's the case.
Because another thing why we were emphasizing on criteria, if I may put it that way, or having personal interest in the person, because every time you go to a pastor and confide in them that, okay, I think I find the one, then the question that will almost always follow is, did the Lord show you? And you're not sure. Like you're not sure. Like
you don't know.
I didn't see a vision. I didn't see the dream. Doesn't mean it's the one. This person is the one. And we get conflicted with that to say, okay, let me wait for a vision, and sometimes it will never come.
Sure.
Did it come for you?
No.
You're married.
No. The Lord has used other stuff to communicate with me, but not necessarily I've seen the vision or stuff. So like we've said, this is our own opinion. We may uphold a different one, but this is what we are thinking, that God's thing must be mutual. It must be mutual. It must not use your spiritual enlightenment to manipulate the next person to be in a relationship with you.
Because the danger with that, sorry for interrupting, but the danger with that is that if it's one way and you fall into it either as a lady or as a guy, and things go wrong in the relationship, you're going to endure all the pain and
unnecessarily.
the abuse.
You will force yourself to stay, because in your mind it's like God has.
Who wants to go against God?
Exactly. Who are you? So guys, just maybe to move even a step even into this, while we still to navigate on how do you know if it's the one. For me, Meg, I think the issue of we spoke about it, and it was something that I think we should even give it more attention. The issue of being unequally yoked. God was very intentional when He said you should not marry those, because there's always conflict. And I've seen that the reality of the matter is in this day and age. Of course, we have a challenge where people want to make compromise in the name of there are no brothers in the church. Maybe let's put this disclaimer too, that our response is within the Christian context. Of course, this may apply to many other spaces, but that is our point of departure to say we are Christian, and it's important to be married to someone, to be equally yoked with someone, because many relationships has gone wrong because a brother or a sister is interested to this person, but this person does not necessarily
subscribe
to their Christian worldview, or they're even still babies who are still needs to grow within Christ. So instead of being a relationship, it ends up becoming a discipleship. You're now becoming discipling this person, and it becomes the whole
relationship.
Discipleship. Yeah. You need to check if this person is spiritual growth and stuff. So
and you're not getting anything from that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's draining. It's again mutuality. Yeah. If you keep on giving without getting, then you drain yourself. So it needs to be that. Of course, you need to pray together. You need to seek God together. How do you even begin to fulfill the mandate of God when you don't even know what that mandate is, or when you don't even subscribe to that? We believe that marriage and relationships is a blessing. It's a gift from God, which is supposed to honor Him, and that equally yoked. I think you want to move into that, but. Because of time, I don't know if you have the last comment, but I think in our next conversation we will begin. Our point of departure will be unequally yoked. Okay. I don't know. Do you have any conclusion?
No, that sounds good. Yeah. I mean, I think we kind of summed it up all. Which is important, that unequally yoked. Yeah. Don't go for if you are a believer, don't go for an unbeliever.
Yes.
If you're an unbeliever, don't go for a believer.
Yes. Stay on your lane. Find people who are within your space. Of course, we have a lot of stuff and saying, church brothers this, church brothers that. Yeah. But we would like to explore more the issue of being unequally yoked as part of navigating. If you know to know.
Hello, nabo brother man.
It's something.
The girls are complaining.
Exactly, our sisters are complaining, and that's part of the reason we struggle to get a brother here. There's a problem. Let's skip it there. So, guys, we have wrapped our conversation. We are still at the beginning of the conversation. And we want to go more into that. In our next conversation, we will begin with the unequally yoked, and we explore it from that angle. So if you have anything that you want to say to us, if you have any comment, if you have any question, we will be happy to answer that too, and we will be happy to learn from you too. So with that being said, remain plugged. Ciao. You're abusing me.
This production was brought to you by Imago Day Media.